the funky beat. Sun is shining, Rachel brings the heat. Wake up CEO, we're on repeat. Chicago, Sun Up City on the go. Rachel L. Gary on the radio. Tune in quick, hear the power flow. Wake up CEO, it's your daily show. Wake up, start the day with zeal. Rachel's got the vibe, that's the real deal. CEO, it's time to feel the thrill. Morning grind, press play and chill. From the Windy City, bringing major vibes. Rachel on the mic, keeping lives revived. Radio Chicago, where dreams arise. Wake up CEO to the skies. No more snooze button, no more delay. Rachel's voice making waves today. Feel the energy Chicago way. Wake up CEO, rise and sway. Wake up, start the day with zeal. Rachel's got the vibe, that's the real deal. CEO, it's time to feel the thrill. Morning grind, press play and chill. Wake up, start the day with zeal. Hey, Rachel's got the vibe, that's the real deal. CEO, it's time to feel the thrill. Morning grind, press play and chill.
This is Dr. Carolyn Stevens, the CEO of the BHC Media Group. And when you are looking for a strategy for self-leadership, get aligned with Wake Up CEO with host Rachel L. Gary every Wednesday from 3 to 5 p.m.
You know what time it is? Every Wednesday, 3 to 5, my Radio Chicago, Rachel L. Gary in the building. Wake up, CEO, let's go! Wake up, go some set that tone. Wake up, every step you take, you claim that throne. Wake up, no more doubt, no time to stall. Wake up, boss up now, go get it on. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in. Wake up, I ain't waiting, now I go and take it. Built this from the ground, no way they break it. Consistency, my secret, watch me make it. Got that boss talk, now I ain't faking no. Lost, set the goal, now I'm grabbing the goal. And put in the work, now I'm taking control. The vision so clear, yeah, I already know. Every step I take, I'm ready to blow. Wake up, set that tone. Every step you take, you claim that throne. No more doubt, no time to stall. You boss up now, go get it all. Let's go, stay locked in, make it happen. Make it happen. Let's go, stay locked in, make it happen. Make it happen. No handouts, yeah, I made my way. Built my brand, now I paved my lane. I turn my losses into lessons. Now my grind got no recession. Yeah, they talk about chance, but I make my own. Yeah, I ain't waiting for fate, got a future to own. Yeah, every setback, just part of the game, gay game. But now I'm up and they know my name. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in. Wake up. Success so sexy, put the work in flexi. Late nights, no rest, but now my vision's hefty. They doubted, they laughed, now they watch from the back. Cause I turned every dream into bricks that stack. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in, go get it all. Every Wednesday, 3 to 5, my Radio Chicago. Rachel L. Gary taking you to the top. Boss up, boss you, boss
Hello, hello, hello there, CEOs. Welcome to the wake up call of the week, y'all. And this is a power packed 2-hour wake up call where I'm talking to the CEOs out there, the ones that are clear in your actions, empowered by your choices, and owning your direction, ready to step up and step into being the CEO of your life. Let's get locked in. And today we are talking about how to stop overthinking and make a decision in 10 minutes. Yes. We're done with these long drawn out processes when there are quick answers that yes, that no, no maybes. Because we keep revisiting the same questions. Should I go? Should I join? Should I help? Should I post? Should I invest? And while you're thinking, your life is waiting. That stops today. So I want you guys to stay locked in because we have the co-host joining us today on the segment Redeem to Win with D. Ron Smith. He'll be joining us at the top of the hour because we're breaking the controversial truth that you can't just get past the past. Man, y'all got to stay locked in to the power statement of the day that is brought to you by Say I'm Possible Academy, where self-leadership gets GPS. And y'all know what we about to do, guys. We about to get locked in. Okay, so the power statement of the day is, I don't overthink. I decide with clarity and move with authority. One more time, CEOs. I don't overthink. I decide with clarity and move with authority. Guys, y'all can get locked in, get ready, because it is getting ready to go down as we jump into the part where we are going to get clear. Because clarity is necessary for growth. So the question of the day, guys, I'm going to drop that question in the chat right now. So the question of the day is, what will you use to filter your answers? I'm dropping that in the chat. So if you guys are watching this on YouTube, Facebook, or LinkedIn, go ahead and check the chat. The question of the day is being dropped down there. For those who are listening to it live, ask yourselves a question. What will you use to filter your answers moving forward? And today we're going to start talking about how to start making a decision of how to filter your stuff right, wrong, and different to where you really can make a decision without overthinking. Yes. We about to dive in. All right. So, the segment 1 is all about being clear. And if you're not, without clarity, you cannot start making change. So that's why the first part is always about being clear. Because the clearer you are with yourself, one more time, the clearer you are with yourself, it allows you to set up the empowerment and own your direction. So first, why overthinking keeps you stuck? That's what we got to start there. Why is overthinking stopping us from moving forward? Because overthinking is not intelligence. Overthinking is fear trying to sound responsible. It's the mind running laps because it doesn't trust your leadership. Ooh, CEOs. Pause. It's your mind running laps because it can't trust your leadership. Now, I know CEOs. I know I'm gonna say something that's gonna bring this all full circle for you. You can be trusted with your life when you're showing up for your life. I know that sounds like I'm living this life, but when we're living, are we living, or are we allowing life to live? So are we living the life? Are we making decisions, or are we allowing life to just push us around? Are we doing what life says? Life blows us in the wind, we fall. Life says go over here, we go over there. We're just in the wind. How many times have you heard your friends call somebody, hey, man, that dude is just in the wind? I ain't seen her in a while. She just been in the wind. In the wind just means that you just blowing wherever life is blowing you. And that's not in a positive way, CEOs. It means you're not taking decisive decisions. You're not ready to win. So we're going to talk about how we start overthinking things and start getting aligned. Because the common reasons we overthink, you don't want to disappoint people. You don't want to miss out on something. You don't want to make the wrong decisions. You haven't defined your priorities, and you don't have your clear why created. That goes into a lot about us making decisions based upon life or based upon how we want to see our lives. Oh, let that sit in with you, CEO. If you don't want to disappoint other people, that means that we're allowing other people to dictate how we move. Which means that you in the wind still. We still blowing. So if we're blowing in the wind because we have not decided to have complete discernment in our future. And we have not decided that today is a day that we're not going to be concerned about what other people are thinking. And we're going to take ownership for our responsibility for our lives. Oh. And sometimes that is just the truth. Remember, this is a candid conversation on Wake Up CEO. I'm not coming to talk to you guys about things that are figments. I'm not coming to talk to you guys about theories. I'm going to talk to you about real. What's real in life? How we really grow. How to really make a difference. How to really make a change. That's why Wake Up CEO is called Wake Up CEO. I want you to wake up the thought processes in you. I want you to wake up what's within, so that because the inner you is what makes the outer you possible. I pause on purpose, CEOs. No technical difficulties. Because I want us to let that sink in. That when we're taking ownership, we have to internally work on that. You have to make that internal thought that you're not missing out on a situation. That you're moving with clarity. You're moving with purpose. You're moving with a focus. That's right, CEOs. As you guys join, what will you use to filter your answers? Yes or no's? And you got to be ready to protect them. So what are you using as a filter? Drop that in the chat for me. Because today we're talking about how to stop overthinking and make decisions quickly. And you need a filter to be able to do that. And that's what we're talking about. We're at the point where you have to define your priority. What is the thing that you're reaching? What is the goal you're looking for? And it can be that you have a priority for quarter one, which has come to an end. We are now in quarter two of the year. So if we're in quarter two of the year, what is the priority for the next 2.5 months? Because that priority means that you're filtering everything through that. Does whatever is going on move you closer to your priority? Goal, intention, I mean that all interchangeably here. Your goal and priority, intention, same thing. But it only can be one. If you say that you are a jack of all trades, what is the other part of that statement? Drop that in the chat for me, CEOs. What's the other part of the statement? If you're the jack of all trades, you are what? Someone drop that in the chat for me. To answer that question. Tracy, thank you for joining me. She said, I am passionate about it. Come on. So what is the other side of I'm a jack of all trades? Somebody drop that answer in the chat for me. I'm gonna wait for that. I'm gonna wait for the answer. We're gonna keep on going, but I'm waiting for that answer. Because when you say that I can do everything The other part of that statement of you're a jack of all trades says something. And then once we get that something, then I'm going to expound on that something. But you got to get your why, your purpose, your goal, your intention. You got to get aligned with it. Because if your intention is to take out the garbage, clean the house, run a bath, all at the same time, something's going to get missed. And when something gets missed, then your priority, because you had so many of them, you're not allowing your brain an opportunity to pick one of those things and execute. You can't take out the garbage and run a bath at the same time. You can't clean the house, take out the garbage at the same time. You can't clean the house and take a bath at the same time. We've been told a lie, CEOs. We've been told that we can multitask. There is nothing in the world that multitasks. Not a computer or anything. I talked about that last week. It's a fallacy, CEOs. Thank you, Mike, for joining me. He says, good afternoon, CEO family. Hello there, Mr. Intention. You guys got to get it locked in. Mr. Intention, tell them where they can find you on weekdays. I listened to his show yesterday. Great show. So y'all got to get with Mr. Accountability. He be making that happen. So the question was, if you are jack of all trades, what is the other part of that statement? If someone could drop that in the chat. If you're a jack of all trades, what is the other part? And while we're getting that answer, I want to make sure that we talk about when you're moving to your priority each day, you're not overthinking. This is how we stop overthinking and we make decisions quickly. Thank you, Tracy. She says a master of none. Now, I didn't make that saying up, CEOs. It's a commonplace saying. So I want to say it to you, CEOs. If all of us know that statement, thank you, Alfonso, master of none. If all of us know the statement that being a jack of all trades, but a master of none means that you are not mastering anything. Are you looking to be a master of you? Master of your intention, master of your goal, master of your priority. That's why we're talking about how to stop overthinking. And all of this plays into it this way. If you have one priority, it's easy to filter everything through it. My one priority for Q2, CEOs, all of you guys should already have heard it. I am in the process of dropping my third book of the Epic Collection, which is called Elevate Potential to Ignite Change. The third book is called Freedom Has GPS. Keep listening. You guys are going to see the video. It's going to come up shortly. And my focus for Q2 is to get pre-orders of the book. It's to be in as many places exhibiting my leadership capabilities and helping as many people as possible build their businesses, build their brands, and become the leaders of their CEO lives. How we're doing it. Now, I want y'all to hear the steps. How we're doing it. Now, my priority is to reach 10,000 copies by the end of December. Q2's goal is to get 2,500 copies sold. How I'm doing it. Now, guys, I want you to hear me. The priority is one thing. All of the to-dos, the hows, and all that, I'm filtering everything through. Does it allow me to reach the goal? If, like tonight, I am rewriting because my book has already been to the editor. The editor sent back the notes of things that she wants me to change or needs me to clarify on. So I'm doing rewrites. So for my book to come out, Juneteenth is when the book comes out. So the book comes out Juneteenth. I only have, I think it's 50 days to get it rewritten, edited, formatted, cover redesign, and put the book on the shelf. So that means I must get through my rewrites. So it's easy. Somebody asked me to go out for Saturday night. It was easy to say no quickly because I'm filtering my no through my priority. I'm protecting the yeses. The only thing I'm saying yes to, is things that are allowing my book to move forward and to allow to get the book in people's hands. But that's when you're focusing on one priority. I guess I'm just talking about my book. This goes to other things in my life. I focus on being the best spouse to my wife. Doing that means that I must look at the things that I'm doing and determine if these are filtering. I can say yes or no to things based upon that's what I'm trying to do in my life. If I'm doing this, that means other things are yes, no. Does this move that closer or does that align with my purpose? If there's the answers to no, it's easy to make a decision within 10 minutes. Thank you for Mike. So we got Mike in the chat. How to stop overthinking. We need to just take it one step at a time, one day at a time, keep things in its proper perspective. Absolutely. Speaking about my wife, we got the missus checking in. Hello, CEOs. Hello, they're beautiful. Thank you for joining us. My wife is getting prepared for her vacation. She's traveling today or tomorrow. And unfortunately, I had to filter something through my priority today to make a decision whether I'm going to travel or not. So CEOs, what I'm talking about isn't like small things. It's small, medium, and large statements, questions, activities. Because if you don't have a clear filter, everything looks possible. And that's exactly why you end up overthinking. You start overthinking because you're trying to figure out, okay, if I go, does it align with what I got to do next? And you're deciding when the answer is yes or no. I knew no in the beginning. Now, what I was doing after was trying to figure out how to make it a yes. Now, so let me explain what happened. So while I'm around here trying to figure out how to make it yes, I'm losing time on things that I could be doing that bring the priority into focus. Y'all know what I'm doing, CEOs. I'm just letting y'all sit with that. I'm just reminding us of who we trying to be. Letitia Haunt Marie, thank you for joining me. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope everything is going very well with you. Thanks for joining. So the question of the day, Letitia, what will you use to filter your answers, your yeses and nos? Because today we're talking about how to stop overthinking and make a decision in 10 minutes. Because it's just that important. The more time we spend in indecision is the less time we have to reach our priority, our goal, our intention. Remember, I'm using those words interchangeably, but at the end of the day, we can't move forward and step into what's next if we're constantly at a standstill of trying to figure out what's good or bad for our lives. So we got to stop the cycle of maybe I can be there. Let me see. When the answer can clearly just be, I ain't gonna make it. Now, does it make us feel good? Now, CEOs, I'm not here saying that the answer is not gonna hurt sometimes. So the answer could hurt sometimes, but that doesn't mean that you don't understand that you're filtering it through your priority. Because confusion is often a missing priority. If you don't decide, life is going to decide anyway for you. And as a CEO, you don't need options. You need a stronger filter to be able to make a decision. And it's all right, CEOs, that sometimes we can't make a decision. But that means that we need to take an opportunity to determine what are those things that are stopping. So what decision have I been avoiding? So what decision have you guys been avoiding? I'm going to drop that down here. What decision have you been avoiding? Because we want to make sure at the end of the day that we get some of these questions answered. So if you've been avoiding a decision that you must make, what is that decision? Drop that down for me, guys. What decision have you been avoiding? Because when we get to understanding that we're avoiding decisions, this could be with a job, with a new career, with a relationship. What decisions are you avoiding making? When you, and I want you to say this to yourself, CEOs, a lot of times when we're avoiding making those decisions, we're avoiding them because we're worried about what people are thinking, what they're going to be saying, if we're going to be missing out of something. And at the end of the day, no one should be worried about what someone else is thinking. Your thoughts matter. If you're missing out on something that aligns with your priority, you should not be missing it. So that answer instead of no is a yes. But it's for you to take an opportunity to determine if that makes sense for you. Thank you, Church. She said clocking all of that. So everybody who's on the live, do me a favor. Go ahead, take an opportunity. On 3, I want everybody to get to that share button at the bottom of your screen and share it. Share information that's going to help people grow. We share a lot of things that are not going to help anybody have anything. But on Wake Up CEO, we talk about Wake Up CEO is ways to grow, develop, and be, do, and have the lives that we deserve. Period. I talk about it different ways. I'm going to come to you candid. I'm not going to come to you sugarcoating anything. I'm going to come to you with the real, because I'm a real individual. So I try to be real, do real, have the life that I deserve. So share this with another individual or another group that you know who can utilize some of this information. And then maybe they can drop something in the chat that gives me more insight for the future, so we can get better questions or other questions out here and get some answers. Because sometimes we only know what we know. So you guys stay locked in right here on Wake Up CEO on My Radio Chicago, Support District Radio. You guys are going to have the pleasure right now to see the video for the new book, Freedom Has GPS, Set Your Destination to Success. This is one of 2 videos that will be coming out. So I want you guys to stay locked in right here on My Radio Chicago, Support District Radio, where we already know what it is, more than radio.
Yeah.
Say impossible.
Freedom has GPS. Rachel L. Gary. Rachel L. Gary.
Yeah. We've been riding in circles, same stress, same scene, trying to find peace while we're chasing a dream. Then Rachel L. Gary put the map in our hands. Now it's clarity on the dash. We got plans on plans. Boundaries on lock, no details for the doubt. If it don't match the mission, we routing it out. Purpose in the pedal, we don't wait on the sign. CEO of our life, watch the whole thing align. We set the destination. We move with intention. No more drifting. We chose the vision.
We chose the vision. Be made rapper, ad-lib. Freedom has GPS, so we set it and we go. Yeah, Rachel L. Gary in the map. Yeah, like she rocking a roll. Let's go! Love, time, peace, and family. Yeah, that's the code. CEO of our life, now we taking control. No more stuck, no more someday. We got something to prove. Freedom at GPS, now I spell whole movement mode. We be up, out and moving. Yes, but out and moving to the greatness that lies in. Woo!
All right, and welcome back to Wake Up CEO. I am your host, Rachel L. Gary, and now we are jumping into the empowerment piece. And today's topic is how to stop overthinking and make a decision in 10 minutes. And we started off by talking about how to get clear, and we got that clarity that was needed. Thank you very much, Tracy, for chiming in. She says, phenomenal job. I appreciate you so much. So the second segment is always about empowerment. And then I want you guys to stay locked in because we do have D-Ron Smith, who is going to be jumping in as the co-host of Redeem, and his segment is called Redeem to Win. He is an award-winning author of a phenomenal book. I'm going to let him talk about that at the top of the hour. So you guys stay locked in. Every fourth Wednesday, he is my co-host. And if you guys have not already been locked in, so week one, we have Ebony, who comes in and talks about insurance. Guys, you got to get locked into that. Then week two, we have J Baby, who jumps in about boss mindset. Guys, you got to get locked in. Week three, then we have Reverend Erica, who comes in here with her Wisdom Wednesdays, guys. And then week four, we have D-Ron Smith, who is talking to us about redeeming to win. I have some phenomenal co-hosts that join me every week because Wake Up CEO is not about just waking up your mind. It's about waking up your spirit, waking up your essence so you can have growth and development and do, be, and have the life that you desire. That's what it's all about at the end of the day, CEOs. So as we jump into this part of empowerment, this is that the system that isn't about rushing, it's about being done wasting time. We're not wasting time on Wake Up CEO anymore. We're not wasting the time that we have making decisions that are not moving us forward. We are now holding on to our yeses so we can move forward successfully. Then we have the missus who jumped in. Awesome job. I appreciate you so much for joining me. She normally, my wife is at work during this time, so she's seeing more of my show than normal. I so much appreciate you for checking in on me. So the system isn't about rushing. It's about being done wasting time. We're not wasting any more time. Name your priority. One sentence. CEOs, drop it down here in the chat. For people who know what your one priority for Q2 is. How about this week? We're not even going to talk about way off in the past, in the future. We're going to talk about this week. What is your one priority from Wednesday to Sunday this week? Drop that in the chat for me, that one priority. And then we're going to talk about when we pick that one priority. That's whether it's financial stability, whether that's having a good time, whether having a relaxation, whether like me finishing your book. So that's my goal, to finish my rewrites by the end of the week. So that's my goal. So everybody drop in the chat, what is your one priority for the week? And let me speak about why it's important, why you guys are dropping that in there. Because if you're not clear on what your priority is, it makes it very difficult for you to make decisions based upon the priority in your life. So you can't filter what you're not willing to identify. You have to identify with clarity what is your mission. Mission possible. That's that, like my shirt says, I'm possible. That's what it's about at the end of the day. So we got Amina Salah Baker joining us. She says, hey, facts. I appreciate you for joining me. So your one priority is post my business. Drop that down again, CEO. Matter of fact, if you guys are not already locked into Amina Salah Baker, she has a media company called Ms. Mina Media. Drop that information down for them, where she helps the businesses rebrand and have better visibility. Y'all got to get locked in. So if your business is looking for visibility, she's that person. If you're looking to rebrand, and that includes your website, your business cards, your flyers, everything, go ahead and get locked in with Ms. Mina Media on all social media platforms, and she's going to drop that information also in the chat. Stay locked in. She is also on the campaign for Freedom Has GPS, Set Your Destination to Success, which, as I told you guys at the last hour, that's the new book coming out at the end of Q2. So at the end of Q2, that's Freedom Has GPS comes out Juneteenth. So we got to stay locked into all that information. So I'm going to leave that on the screen. So if you guys are watching this live on Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube, and you want more information, because you might just be listening as you walking around and you're not looking at your screen, go ahead and take a look at the screen. Miss Media Media. She said we specialize in helping artists, entrepreneurs, and brands get seen, heard, and paid through strategic media coverage, radio placement, interviews, event hosting, and brand development. We don't just promote, we position. Let's build, elevate, and create iconic moments. 773-886-7756, or you can go to missminamedia@gmail.com. Guys, that's what it's about at the end of the day. That's why she on Team Freedom Has GPS, because Freedom Has GPS needed more visibility. We needed more placement. So that's what her team is working on. More placement of Rachel L. Gary, so we can have more opportunities to let people know what I do, how I help, and find out what's going on in the community, so we can get the community started towards the direction in which we already know we want to go. So Tracy says, hey there, Ms. Mina Media. Guys, get locked in. So we were talking about priority. So the priority, if it's your health and energy, if it's just completing my business launch, what is that one thing that your one priority this week? Drop that down in the chat for me, CEO. Because once you have that one priority, then you have the opportunity to start filtering everything through it. It makes it easy, and you don't have to overthink the decisions. That's what the show is all about, how to stop overthinking. How to stop overthinking is by you filtering it. Filter A, does it align with my why? If it pulls you away from your purpose, the answer is no. Straight up no. You don't have to give no explanation. What no is a full sentence with an exclamation point at the end. No. B, does it fit my timeline? If it causes you to miss what really matters, the answer is no. I have a thing about being there to the show on time. I must be at 3. I must be here before 3 o'clock. I must be pushing that button at 3. Something today I said no to because it was going to make me late. One, I hate to be late, guys, just so y'all know, CEOs. I don't like to be late for anything. If I say I'm going to be there, I want to be there when I say I'm going to be there. So I filter the priority was to be at the show at 3 o'clock. So my priority was to be at 3 o'clock. That means that it is going to keep me from being here and clicking that button and you guys seeing me live at 3 o'clock. The answer is no. You have to be that non-negotiable about your success. That's why I want y'all to drop y'all why down there. That one thing you're doing this week. Oh, wow. We got highly productive Chicago in the building. Hello, CEOs. If you guys are not locked in already with Highly Productive Chicago, is a promotion company out of Chicago. However, she promotes artists, authors, moi included, authors, businesses, and she's going to have a slot right here on Wake Up CEO every week. She's going to be highlighting a business called a Business Corner, brought to you by CEO Sharice. Guys, get locked in. So as soon as she tells me, and I think we're going to start the first week of May, where she's going to come on in here and have an opportunity to drop one business. So if you are on her roster with businesses that work with Highly Productive Chicago, she's going to be dropping your information right here and talking about your business, highlighting your brand, not only on my show, but other platforms that she is on. So if you want to get locked in with Highly Productive Chicago, go ahead to her social media platform on Facebook at Highly Productive Chicago, or you can email her at highlyproductive@gmail.com. Get locked in with Sharice Sloan. She's dropping that information down here in the chat. Hold on, we got other people checking in. I don't want y'all to think that I'm missing stuff. So this is another thing that Amina said she's going to do. Train my team to the highest achievement possible. All right. So that was two things that are her priorities for the next 3 days. Okay. Glad you stuck to your guns. You gotta shake your head at people, man. People be trying you. They be trying you. In the world, they try you. So I said this, sometimes whenever you are trying to do something and make something happen, you'll notice that there'll be people, places, or things that will attempt to get in the way of your priority. Remember, the priority is yours. You cannot expect other individuals to step into, hold you accountable to your goal. What is that thing that you're trying to do? If you say if I said I was going to be at 3:00, I'm not worried if anyone else cares if I'm here at 3:00. The only person who I'm worried about being here at 3:00 is me, which means that I'm taking complete ownership for me being where I say I am when I say I'm going to be there. That's how ownership works. That's why it's being clear in your actions, empowered by your choices, and owning your direction, CEOs. That's why that's what CEO stands for. Because you can be clear on what you want to do. You can be empowered to make it happen. But if you're not owning the outcome of your priority, you're going to continually be in a circle of blaming someone else, blaming circumstances, blaming activities, when all blame, all credit, all of that is on you. All you gotta do is own the CEO life you got. So we have Sharice dropping in the chat. Season 3 of the CEO Mastermind. Check it out. Check out the show, available now and download the BHC Media app. You can download that on Roku or Fire TV. And it's also available on Android as well as Apple devices. You can go ahead and get that link for Apple products or Android in the chat right now. If you're watching this live on Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube, go ahead and get that link and get locked in. Season 3 has now come to a finality. The last episode just aired on Monday. You can go ahead and binge watch all of season 3. Season 2 is still there too. Season 1 has just been archived. So at this point, if you're looking for season 1, you're going to have to go to our YouTube page where it's going to start airing live. So there's a CEO State of Mind YouTube group that you'll be able to see season 1. No longer available on BHC Media. But that's okay. You guys can still get locked in. So Amina says that's fact. Lots of distractions. Absolutely. People live lives on distractions. Then we have Hibachi is a black-owned hibachi restaurant on the south side of Chicago. Let's support Marissa Terry at 522 East 79th Street, Chicago, Illinois, 60619. She's right down the street from the radio station. Guys, I have went in there and man, these plates are huge. You get a lot of food and a lot of good food. I'm telling you guys, watch those commercials she got. She is also being promoted by Sharice Sloan of Highly Productive Chicago. Get locked in. So back to what we were saying here, CEOs. So the question, why Sharice, she jumped in, what decisions have you been avoiding? Drop in the chat the answer to that question for people who are now just joining in. What decisions in your life have you been avoiding? And we're gonna unpack those right here live on Wake Up CEO. So as you're being empowered and you're filtering things through your why, through your timeline, or does it move me forward or does it drain me? This is something that we got to really hone in, CEOs. If you're saying yes to something, does it drain you? I have a situation right now that I've been saying yes to for months. Now, the situation has been draining me for months. So I made a decision that in the next couple of weeks that is a wrap. That's how you got to say it. It's over with. Because sometimes when things are draining you, they're keeping you from being productive. And for me, my focus is being impeded because I'm concerned about a situation. And sometimes I'm one of these people, guys, and I just got to say it. I'm one of these people, when I give my word, I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do. My integrity is, I have a high level of integrity for myself. So I told someone I was going to do something, and I'm going to do it regardless. So even though they might not have lived up to their end of the bargain, I'm going to take a step back, and I'm going to allow them to move on, but I'm still going to do what I said I was going to do. Because as a person of higher integrity, I'm always going to step up to the plate. So I don't let the fact that someone else didn't do what they said they're going to do stop me from doing exactly what I intend. So that's what I'm talking about, you CEOs, that sometimes we're allowing somebody else's actions to dictate how we're living our lives. That's because, for me, I'm not worried what people are thinking. I don't care what they're going to think about me when that's over. That's not why that's not why I'm holding my integrity, because I'm worried about what they're going to say. I'm holding my level of integrity because when I said I'm going to do something, I am. It isn't for them, CEOs. It's for me. I said I was going to do something. So whether they're going to benefit from it or not does not matter. What matters is that I'm going to stick up for what I say and stand up and do as I should. I want y'all to think about that, CEOs. How many times have you cut somebody off because they did something to you? When you gave their word, your word, you was going to do something for them. Now, I'm not saying this, that sometimes that you don't have to sever ties completely with a situation. But I'm also a person who speaks upon something before I sever ties. I try not to have bad relationships. That's friendships, partnerships, situationships, any kind of relationship. I try my best to always leave that situation with clarity, giving that person clarity of why I'm stepping away or why I need to part ways. Because sometimes every partnership will go awry, and you're sticking with it because you gave your word, and it's to the detriment of your why. So since my number one why in the whole world is peace, if you're messing with my peace, or if it's messing with my peace, or if the situation is messing with my peace, then that is a no. So this is how we stop overthinking our priorities, because I'm filtering it through peace. Peace is my ultimate priority at all times. My priority for Q2 is to sell 2,500 copies of Freedom Has GPS. So those are the two filters that I'm filtering my business through. Guys, it makes it easy to answer these questions. So someone told me right now, okay, Rachel, can you go on a 5-state tour to promote radio? We're just going to use radio, for instance, to promote the radio station. Can you do that? Now, the question I'm going to ask myself is this: does it align with selling 2,500 books? And does it still allow me to have peace? If it does those things, the answer is yes. But if it doesn't, the answer is no. The reason why I can answer them so quick is because I've given myself the filters already. When you give yourself the filters, filter 1, is it messing with my peace? Filter 2, is it helping me reach my goals? Filter 3, is it making it where I'm not going to be a good spouse to my wife? Those are the 3 filters. So if those are the 3 filters, I ask myself questions. Okay. Yes, no, no. Then the answer is no. If it's yes, then it's a go. If any of those 3 things are being impeded, the answer's got to be no. That's how simple it is for you to make a decision, because you're basing it upon already established priority, already establishes values, already established rules of your life, how you're governing yourself. So that means it makes it very easy to say no or say yes. Yes, it aligns with my purpose and fits my timeline. No, it's not. No, it's against my why. And no, it doesn't align with my timeline. The answers are just that simple. But you have to create those filters. You have to create what you're filtering those things through. Because every yes or no to something chooses something subconsciously. Decision speed increases when you identify it clearly, when you're being clear with you. And boundaries are self-respect in sentence form. That's all a boundary is. Self-respect. I want you guys to hear it. Self-respect. I can't respect you if I don't respect me. I can't help you if I'm not willing to help me. I hear all the time that someone's giving my last. If I give you my last, what happens to me if I have an emergency? I made a statement to someone this week. I'm not going to allow your lack of preparation to become my emergency. Because your lack of preparation put you in this situation. I'm not going to make that an emergency for me. And it's okay. Because you don't tell you what it messes with, my peace. So it's easy to say no. I'm known for telling people no, well, way more than I tell people yes. So Tracy said, this is so good. I appreciate that, Tracy. Stay locked in. Please share this live with other places so other people can get these gems. We always are dropping gems, dropping information, and listening to feedback. So make sure you guys answer those questions while y'all jumping in with me. So we're gonna go ahead. I want you guys to stay locked in. We got up next Ron Smith with his segment Redeem to Win is coming up, and then we have that segment about ownership that's up next. I want y'all to stay locked in right here on My Radio Chicago Support District Radio, where we already know it is more than radio. We are all looking to get to the cash. So I have the perfect book series for you by award-winning author Rachel L. Gary. Volume 1, Forged in Fire, Readers Rose from Life's Ashes. In Volume 2, #Poverty 6 Figures, They Broke Those Mental Chains. Now comes Volume 3, Freedom Has GPS, reminding you that you are born to soar and build a legacy. Pre-orders are open for 50% off. Get the tools for the bag at www.sayiampossible.com.
My questionnaire, the questions were just very exact and to the point of what I needed. And when I met with her in my one-on-one session, I found it to be very profound.
Excited for this. This is something I really need and something I've been looking for a while.
It's an assessment. Like, it asks questions that make you think about what you want your life to go. It's an
The 10-week financial focus plan she gave me helped me to see it in a better way where it would make money.
It was basically a reality. Something that looked like a dream, but in reality, it was nothing but a shift of mindset. It's a state of mind.
Out and moving to the greatness we all know lies within who? You CEOs. See you next week, right here on CEO State of Mind.
Questions were exact and to the point of what I needed, but immediately I was able to apply some extra income come immediately this past week.
Charging $150 for these classes. So I had 30 people show up each day. I charge $150 and we're like 4
I've gotten like three more clients since I revamped again. And I'm really grateful for that.
I actually hit my goal. I think I was at 158. And so this week I'm now at 170 RSVPs for my lunch party.
I have been uploading consistently, sharing it, and also promoting and marketing on. I did build up my own team as well. The business, I also did crack in another client.
Welcome to the CEO Mastermind.
Looking to get to the cash. So Hey there. Welcome back to Wake Up CEO. I am your host, Rachel L. Gary. Guys, I hope you guys like those commercials about CEO Mastermind. Guys, the season, as I just told you, season 10 just ended. If you guys are looking for clarity, accountability, 10-week process, if you are an entrepreneur or a leader looking for growth and getting more aligned with the CEO within you, go ahead and click that link that is available for you guys in the chat. If you're watching this on live on Facebook, LinkedIn, as well as YouTube. Or you can just go to www.sayiampossible.com and /CEO Mastermind app. Guys, I want to tell you guys how the mastermind ended, but you guys can watch on the BHC Media. Just go right ahead and just take an opportunity, get locked in with it. It was an awesome show, awesome businesses talking about the different things, the different challenges that they went through, but also how they came out on the other side of those challenges. Man, I am always so honored of the businesses that spend the time with me and actually say yes to allow me to probe into their business. As the common joke is that Rachel is all in my business. That's the common joke of everybody, that I'm all in their business. But I said, at the end of the day, what happens afterwards is that they get to a point of clarity and get to a point of where they are the extension of their business. So to have a business and to get clear with what you're doing, you need to first get clear with you. You are your business. I don't care what business you're in, whether it's retail, whether it's a service, whether it's TV, radio, whatever it is you're doing, you are an extension of your business. How you show up for you is how you're going to show up for it. So being able to show up as the best version of you is essential for your business to strive and thrive. So get locked in with the CEO Mastermind. Watch the previous episodes. Listen to the stories and go ahead and get locked in yourself, because at the end of the day, I'm just helping leaders lead the best version of their lives so they can do, be, and have the life that they desire. That's all we're talking about on Wake Up CEO. Just moving forward, reminding you of who you already are. So today we've been talking about how to stop overthinking and make a decision in 10 minutes. We already got to the point where we have an understanding of how we got clear. Then we talked about how to get empowered. Now we're about to jump into this ownership piece. And then we're going to have up next, D-Ron Smith is going to be jumping in with his segment of Redeem to Win. Guys, If y'all missed him the last time he was here, you are in for a treat. I guarantee you, he's gonna bring those gems, bring that knowledge. Just stay locked in. Just stay locked in. So the ownership piece, we have to stop negotiating with our purpose. We no longer are going to negotiate with being in our purpose. Ownership means that you live by a standard, not a mood. If you keep saying maybe, your life becomes unstable, your calendar is unpredictable, and your energy is drained. That's why we're having a conversation in the first place, because I want to make sure your purpose comes first. Sorry, CEOs. Your purpose comes first. And if it violates your why, it's a no. Your timeline is protected. If it disrupts what you are trying to build, the word is no. My peace is valuable. If it costs your peace and doesn't create progress, the answer is no. Guys, you're able to discern so quickly because you are giving yourself an opportunity to set yourself up for success. The faster you decide, the faster you build. So if you're saying yes to something, every time you say yes, it must check the boxes of those filters. Because if it's not, you're saying you're protecting your yes with something that doesn't build you. I protect my yeses and I give my no's readily. Because if I'm saying no to something, it doesn't meet the criteria of how it's going to align with the better version of me. Now, that doesn't mean that everything is for me. Now, when I said that my integrity level is also my philanthropic nature, I'm going to help a cause. I believe in giving people a hand up, not a handout. For one of my cyber mentors, John Hope Bryant. So I give a hand up, not a handout. So when I'm helping people, I'm always helping in a way that uplifts. So I will say yes to something that is going to allow me to uplift another individual, as long as it still meets my criteria of my peace, my Q2 timeline, and my wife's having the best spouse possible. 3 criteria. So I can say yes to a situation that allows me to help someone and mentor them to their growth. But I'm able to do that so quickly because those all align with my values and my goals. So you have to make sure you're showing up for you on an everyday basis in that way. So today we're about to take an opportunity, guys. Y'all better get locked in. We're going to give Brother Duran a couple of moments to get back into the chat. But I want to make sure that you guys understand the faster you decide means that you're already setting your criteria. Start setting it now. Write down your why, your one priority, your one goal. Those all are interchangeable here. Your why, goal, intention, all interchangeable. Once you lock that in, what does peace look like for you? What, if you're looking for peace in your life, if you're looking for prosperity in your life, those are the things you're filtering everything through. Does it build your prosperity? Does it keep you at peace? And does it allow your one intention for the quarter, month, year to still come to fruition? You filter those things through that, then you have opportunity to find success. So, guys, I've had the pleasure, guys, to bring to the stage my brother. Guys, I want to say this. When I be meaning, brother, I mean those people who you find that energy with, those people who align with your purpose and your mission. Him and I had a interaction, and from that moment forward, we have been in sync. Those are people that you want in your corner. Those are people you want in your circle. So without further ado, I bring to you guys D-Ron Smith. Come on, D-Ron.
Hey, my sister. Hey, listen, I want to thank you for that segment. I want to thank you just for allowing me to stay connected to you, because you have to be in alignment.
All right, D-Ron.
I appreciate you. I can. What about you? Can you hear me?
But I can't hear you. We're gonna give a couple seconds for the difficulties. You know how technology will do us.
All right. What about now?
I can't hear you yet.
Oh, man, I tell you, this technology is something else when it
That's all
don't.
right. While we getting into technical difficulties in, that's technology. It'll do it for you. Soon as you're ready to connect and he ready to drop all those gems, it'll stop him. But we're gonna let him get opportunity to come on back and drop those gems that he got for us because he got those gems. Okay, guys. So we're gonna take an opportunity to just dive in to what redeem and win is all about. So it's all about making sure at the end of the day that when things go awry, you are still able to move forward past them. D-Ron is gonna come out. He's gonna drop these gems. Man, he's gonna make what I'm talking about leadership. He's gonna expand upon that. Because remember, CEOs, that's what we're talking about at the end of the day. We're talking about leadership, growth, and development, and leading you. This is not about leading the organization, even though you might be a leader of an organization. But if you're not leading you to the best of your ability, you cannot lead another organization. You cannot get a business to grow. You cannot have the things in life that you would like to have if you're not leading you with the utmost clarity and you are empowering you to make the choices that are needed for you to own your life. So we got to stay locked in. So D-Ron, let's see what we got. Let's see if we can get you in here.
Are we good? Are we good?
We can't hear you yet. Hold on one second. Let's see if it's something on my end. I see your mic moving, so it might be me. Hold on one sec.
All right, cool. Yeah, testing. We're still here. We're still doing it. And he said, how we doing? How we making it? All right. Oh, we gotta get this thing. The devil is a liar. We're gonna make sure that we get this.
So y'all stay locked in right here on My Radio Chicago Support District Radio. We already know it is more than radio.
We got testing. What about now? Are we good?
Have the perfect book series for you by award-winning author Rachel L. Gary. Volume 1, Forged in Fire, Readers Rose from Life's Ashes. In Volume 2, Poverty.
Were exact and to the point of what I needed, but immediately I was able to apply some extra income come immediately this past week.
Charging $150 for these classes. So I had 30 people show up each day. I charge $150 and make like 40.
I've gotten like three more clients since I revamped again. And I'm really grateful for that.
All right, D-Ron, can you hear me?
Hit my goal. I think I was at 158. And so this
week, all right, unmute. Because it's still mute right now. I want to see if I can hear you.
I have been uploading consistently.
Questions were exact.
From Windows here, trying to make it happen.
See if I can hear you.
You know what? What about now? How are we?
Yeah, I can't hear him. They said they can hear him, but I can't hear him.
Hey, I'm on this in. I'm trying to land in the shot. I'm trying to land. Hey, I'm off now. What do you got? I'm trying to land. Hey, it's a blessing. I think I'm off of mute. Definitely trying to land down, trying to touch down in your airport. Can you hear me? I can start over and try and reboot it again. Testing. How we doing? All right. I think I can hear you. What about now?
Yeah, that's something.
What about now?
They can hear him and they can hear me.
Yeah, and I can hear you too. I can hear you, Rachel.
Between the,
I'm going to try to log in from another.
they couldn't hear you.
Try to log in from another computer. All right, let me try that. For whatever reason, the audio is not connecting. Give me 1 second to try and reboot it. Let's see.
Do that. How about now?
I do want to say something. Yeah, he talking because you can see his mic moving. You can see his
Are we
sound
good?
moving.
Are we good? Are we good? Trying to land. Trying.
We're gonna leave the studio for 1 second.
All right, all right.
So
yeah, I'm here. Actually, I got 2 sites popping up. I'm trying to get in on the other one. Can you hear me from each one? Any one? Technology is, but we roll with it. It's no worries, no biggies. You know, that's even the greatest.
Add me back.
And I can hear you fine. Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't.
I can definitely hear you, Rachel. Yeah.
Now he said he can hear me, but I can't hear him at all.
Yeah, I can hear everything. Yeah. Trying to lock in on this other window.
I just want to make sure.
No, because everything is on here. There's no green buttons.
Test.
You,
We still.
Yeah.
I can definitely. I can hear you.
I can't hear him.
I can hear you. Yeah. Going into another window.
And both of y'all have.
Okay. What about now? Say something.
Right, who's that at the bottom over there?
That's him.
All right, so try that. That's him talking now.
Go ahead and talk, D-Ron.
A lot.
Yep. See, this, like you can see him moving. You can see me moving.
No, I'm saying take the other one off.
Take this one off. So make sure I didn't touch nothing. I did it.
Audio. Audio. So yeah, somebody's talking because it's picking.
Mm-hmm. Right now, like I just played. I'm playing a song. I can't hear it.
Lately, I've been trying not to stress about stupid stuff. People come and then I'm quick to call that Uber up. And why they say they got your back and then they quick to front. Just know that when I say I'm finished, then I'm really done. 'Cause I don't put up with foolish.
What about now? Here we go. Here we go. It's. I'm here. I'm landing. I'm landing. I'm ready to get this thing cracking. I know we got it. I'm loving what you're saying, and definitely feeling everything for everybody that's out there on this site. Thank you for your patience. You know what? Sometimes we hit roadblocks, we hit stumps, and that's what makes the leader in you. Because sometimes you're just gonna have to learn how to.
Say impossible, possible.
Freedom has GPS. Rachel L. Gary. Rachel L. Gary.
We've been riding in circles, same stress, same scene. Trying to find peace while we're chasing a dream. Then Rachel L. Gary put the map in our hands. Now it's clarity on the dash. We got plans on plans. Boundaries on lock, no details for the doubt. If it don't match the mission, we routing it out. Purpose in the pedal, we don't wait on the sign. CEO of our life. life, watch the whole thing align. We set the destination. We move with intention. No more drifting. We chose the vision.
We chose the vision. We made rapper ad-lib. Freedom has GPS, so we set it and we go. Yeah, Rachel L. Gary in the map, yeah, she rocking a roll. Let's go! Love, time, peace, and family, yeah, that's the goal. CEO of our life, now we taking control. No more stuck, no more someday, we got something to prove. Freedom has GPS, now watch the whole movement move. We be up, out and moving, yes, but out and moving to the greatness that lies in. Woo! You.
We might be good.
In a lucky world, if I see it, I have it. If I want it, I grab it. It all works in my favor like magic. Oh, took me really long to know that I was good enough. Probably because we're told we're just a bunch of random. Every time you walk by, I smell your cologne. I get so hot. I just want you to get closer to me. I want you to get closer to me, and imagine how close we could be.
Any luck? Are we here? Am I landing?
I still can't hear you. This is crazy, y'all. Hey guys, that tells y'all what be going on in the wonderful world. We're gonna see what's going on. Mic volume is on.
Listen, boy, the devil is a liar.
Right, everything. Let's see what we can do for you guys. We got to make sure that we get this show out here. We don't want to just be.
See, that's how you know it's powerful.
You guys with a good time or not? Nothing. So
that's how you know
about all that.
And see, for the audience, that's how you know that there's a blessing in store for you. Yeah, a blessing got to be in store for you because the enemy is fighting so hard to keep you from getting this. But we're just going to claim victory even as we speak right now because we know that victory belongs to the Lord. So fret not. We're going to get this thing done.
They are fighting. Come on, D-Ron.
There it is. We just lift up. I need some intercessors right now. So people that go ahead and tear that kingdom down because you know you got a blessing of success coming because the enemy is fighting too hard to stop you from getting this type of message. I'm landing in Chicago. We are landing right now. We're giving you this word. So fret not. We're about to tear the devil's kingdom down and bless you like you've never been blessed before. Amen. Can you hear me?
Yeah. So D-Ron, even though I can't hear everything you're saying, I heard some of the things you were saying. I can hear some of the things you're saying because I put on my other headphones. So what I want you to do is go ahead with your message, D-Ron. At the end of the day, I know that your message is important. So get to it.
Hey, we're going to go ahead and bless this thing. And again, the title is, and Rachel, thanks again for just staying in agreement for me. We're going to get this thing to where victory is ours. So let me thank everybody that's a listening ear that I've reached out to. So, but that just shows you when you talk about CEO, we're talking about being able to weather storms. We're talking about being able to still persevere when obstacles face you. Do you crumble? Do you pack up and run? And do you panic and you get frantic? Or do you keep a steady beat so that you can think your way through every situation that you have to maneuver through? Because trials are going to come. We have highs and we have lows. We got to be equipped enough to be able to weather every storm and every season that comes our way. See, that's the mind state of a CEO. That's the mind state of a conqueror. That's the mind state of a chief executive officer. And so when we start talking about leadership, it's character building. It's character. Leadership is the character which makes an effective CEO. See, we can fly titles and everything, but when it hits the fan, and when challenges meet you, and things just don't go always as planned, as the blueprint looks like, how do you handle it? We know we're super good at handling success, but are we good at handling not success? How do we build and recoup when things look like it's failure? See, that's mindset. That's why I love my girl's CEO, that state of mind, because it is a mental, it's a mindset. But now I'm going to just slide on and transition into what iDream Academy is about, what Redeem to Win is about. Redeem to Win is about getting you to that place of CEO. Because until you deal with some of the factors that keep you stagnant, keeps you paralyzed, keeps you in bondage, keeps you in your own personal prison, you'll never make it to the next level. So I want to start from the bottom up and work to the top and let my sister have the top down. And so with Redeem to Win, it forces you to evaluate and assess the things that can keep you stagnant or complacent. Complacency is a killer because sometimes we get so comfortable being where we are that we're afraid to step into anything new. Complacency. So Redeem to Win is a winner in you. Tapping into the winner in you and knowing that you have already been predestined for that journey that God has set you on. That's redeemed to win. Now, reciting it, operating in it, and living it and walking in it is another thing that takes discipline. So, for any audience out there, innocence of a child, which was the core foundation to redeem to win, allowed me to press through everything that said opposite of what God has told me I would become. You got to get into your mind, into your mindset that you have already conquered it, that you're already victorious. And how do we break cycles or identify cycles that might be holding us back? That's the question. And so we need to get to a place. And I was watching a video. Now, I'm not sure if I have access to really interact and dialogue with the audience, Rachel, that's on here. But I was watching on my cast, on my platforms, um, videos that were taken of our youth, our next generation, our sons, our daughters that are in gangs or in dangerous living situations, in the streets, in the just out in the atmosphere. And bottom line, it looked hopeless. So if we're dealing with a population of young people that are in a place of hopelessness, they'll never reach that potential of that CEO state of mind because they're living in the moment looking for immediate gratification. And so when I was looking at the videos, all I could see was hopelessness and them not understanding the potential that really lies at the base of them, not really understanding the innocence that still dwells at the base of all of the misery that's trying to push out their potential. Innocence of a child dives back into that core so that those young people can become that vision of a CEO state of mind. They have to understand that they have been chosen, identified, and proven by God, redeemed to win. And so with this segment, I wanted to just kind of highlight the ones of us that gets to a place to where we have not dealt with those things that can keep us from achieving that full potential. Some things we just got to let go of. We can't put a Band-Aid on it. It has to be dealt with. So with that, is there any way that I can dialogue with Rachel? Anyone that's in that audience, because I'm not sure how much leverage I do have with that. I know that the audience said that they can hear me, but am I able to hear anyone or see anyone type any feedback or comments into the chat boxes? Giving me a place of growth, leadership, uh, taking care, making sure that we provide the essential ingredients for those that, so that we can nurture those that are destined and looking forward to something other than street life. Because the videos were really disheartening. It depicted a group of guys, and there was even videos of former gang members out of Chicago and Indiana, New Jersey, Cincinnati, Atlanta, different places. And what I found across the board was a spirit that hovered over each and every one of them, and it didn't matter which city they came from. It was brokenness. It was defeat. And so redeemed to win is depositing victory in a spiritual way to our kids so that they can find some kind of hope. Because what we're listening to across the board with new music that is coming out called drill music, and all of that. There's a spirit that I watch across the board. In every city, every youth resembles the same countenance. So breaking cycles, for me, getting back to that place of redemption, getting back to that place of understanding that I can't get to my C until I deal with A. B is in the middle, but I have to go through the process and get to the steps. And my ultimate goal is to understand who I am. Culture, identifying culture, self-respect, self-esteem, finding all of these key components so that I can become that type of CEO state of mind. But we got to get back to a place. We have to get to a place, especially for my platform of breaking cycles. And when I pinned Innocence of a Child, I wanted to address the development, the buildup, the growth, so that I can be effective, stable, consistent, and disciplined in order to run my company the way that it needs to be ran. We can't skip steps. And if I'm still doing things in the sandbox, then I'm going to eventually be misleading at the level that I really need to demonstrate wisdom, understanding, patience, the attributes that describes the characteristics of what we claim to say leadership, because everybody that teaches doesn't mean you can lead. We have to really examine that. People give good words, good messages, but are you a leader? You're a leader on one side or you're a leader on the other side. I have a lot of people come to me as me being an inspirational speaker. They say, oh man, I could talk to kids. I've been through a lot. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit more than just delivering your experiences. So with that, I know we had a lot of hiccups, a lot of challenges. And if anybody stayed on this line, I commend you. I thank you for your patience, your growth. I'm not going to talk your head off. With that, we're going to get this thing down to the science. Stay with us. Innocence of a Child is definitely a tour guide that's going to get you from point A to point B and victory over all of the challenges that we think that the devil thinks that he has control over you in. Pick up your copy. Go to the website, Innocence of a Child. At what point did we stop looking at the world as beautiful? All of our kids deserve a chance of living as a child, that innocent piece of them. And even our adults that still wants to play in that sandbox, that little grown-up boy or girl. We miss those moments when we were kids. We can all reflect back when we had those real good moments and then life happened. I wanted to bring that into fruition to show that there's growth, there's development, and there's restoration. And most importantly, there's redemption. So no matter what one has gone through, God has redeemed you and took everything that you've gone through to work together for the glory of God. So with that, hey, Rach, I'm going to end my segment because I want to make sure that anyone that's interested, they can go to the website, www.idreamacademy.org, for the book. Read the synopsis. Might be for someone that's incarcerated, someone that's growing, a young person, adult, a grown-up person. People are in churches that just don't know which way, a grandchild. It doesn't matter. This book doesn't discriminate. You can go to the website or you can contact us at 513-400-0373. And that's www.idreamacademy.org. You can reach out to us at info@theinspirationalpublishing.org. So with that, I feel blessed. Even though we've had this hiccup, we're still victorious. Be blessed.
Man, that was some powerful information that we had D-Ron drop on here, guys. Even though I might not have been on the screen and you guys might not have been able to hear me, I was listening. And especially when he was talking about music, guys, I want to tell you guys this is the kind of information that we need. This is how our community grows. One moment, one conversation, just like this is at a time. So I want you guys to stay locked in right here on My Radio Chicago. Support District Radio. Well, we already know it is more than radio.
Manifest your dream.
Questions were exact and to the point of what I needed, but immediately I was able to apply some extra income come immediately this past week.
Charging $150 for these classes. So I had 30 people show up each day. I charge $150 and we're like 4 days.
I've gotten like three more clients since I revamped again. And I'm really grateful for that.
I actually hit my goal. I think I was at 158. And so this week I'm now at 170 RSVPs for my lunch party.
I have been uploading consistently, sharing it, and also promoting and marketing on. I did build up my own team as well. The business, I also did crack in another client.
Welcome to the CEO Mastermind.
I'll win, that'll never lose. I'll win, that'll never.
Guys. I mean, I want to say thank you to D-Ron Smith for coming and dropping by, for going through all of the things that we were going through and still delivering a message, because that's what leaders do. Leaders step up no matter what. And that goes to because our bigger picture was making sure that we got the message out to you guys. And at the end of the day, that's what it's really all about. It's about stepping up, rearranging at times, and still moving forward to get the message out to the world. So Teresa, she said, sheesh, hey, life be lifing. But at the end of the day, life is never lifing to a point where we're not going to continue. We're going to continue moving forward, continue getting past the challenges that are going on, the challenges in our communities, the challenges in our everyday life. And that's why I come to My Radio Chicago every week, to deliver a message, to wake up the CEO that's in you, to bring that leader that's in you to the forefront and allow you to be aligned with your purpose. So, I mean, I don't come here every week to, as my friends used to say, preach. One of my friends used to call me Jesse Jackson. And then another one of my friends used to, they always are saying that I'm preaching. But I want to tell you one thing, CEOs. Every one of those friends, when they need assistance, are going to call me. Every one of those friends know that I'm going to not just give information. I'm not going to just listen. I'm going to give information that they could utilize to better a situation. So to me, all those years of jokes of you the preacher, you preaching, all those years of jokes, to me, I wear them as a badge of honor. This goes to what you're thinking about, what people are thinking about you. To them, that was a joke. And for me, I wore it with a badge of honor. I respected the teachings of Jesse Jackson. I understood the lessons that Malcolm X was bringing. I understood the life that A.G. Gaston was leading. So for me, I took all of those moments as a moment of reflection for whom I was destined to be. So that's sometimes when you're looking at a situation where we talked in the very first segment about worrying about what people are thinking about you. I'm all the times when people are thinking about me, all I'm thinking about myself. I want y'all to hear that, CEOs. What I'm thinking about myself is that I'm aligned with my purpose. I am moving towards my movement, towards my mission. And I'm always going to stand on a platform of integrity. So no matter what people are saying, 9 times out of 10, people are saying something about me because they don't understand my values. They don't understand what I stand for. I'm going to help somebody no matter what tax bracket I'm in. Whether I was in the tax bracket that was getting a minute amount taken from my check because I didn't have much. When I got to the tax bracket, when I was in the multiple 6 figures, when I started buying property and I was in a property tax bracket, I just want you guys to know the one thing that has always been consistent from that little kid who was just preaching on the front porch to the adult, to the middle-aged adult. I just turned 50, guys. Whew. That middle-aged adult that you guys see before you today is that I always stood on the values that allow me to find success within myself. And that's the conversations that I bring right here to Wake Up CEO every week. That's what D-Ron was bringing information about in his segment. Because to redeem, to win, you must find success within. So how to stop overthinking and make a decision in 10 minutes? Have discernment. Set up your criteria. Set up your value system and live your life on purpose, with purpose. Because if you're doing those things, you're not going to overthink a situation. You're not going to over-explain. You're going to move with alignment. Move with a message. Move like it's a movement. That's what I want to talk to you guys, CEOs. And then we about to hit my favorite part of the whole show. Because I just want to let you guys know those technical difficulties were not technical difficulties. They still allowed us to get the message that was meant from God through us today. So I feel utterly honored and utterly blessed that I was able to give D-Ron a whole segment where I didn't interrupt him not one time. Because his message needed to be heard without interruption. So we about to hit that leadership 3-point play that is brought to you by Say I'm Possible Academy, where self-leadership gets GPS. Play 1. Set your priority. If you don't know what matters, you'll debate everything. Play 2. Filter fast. Why plus timeline plus forward motion. Yes, no, 10 minutes flat. Play 3. Speak with authority. No guilt, no over-explaining, just leadership. That was the leadership 3-point play that was brought to you by Say I'm Possible Academy, where self-leadership gets GPS. CEOs, guys, this has been a phenomenal show. Regardless of anything that took place, it was a phenomenal opportunity to hear phenomenal conversations from D-Ron Smith. And also, I hope that I imparted some information that allows you to, in the future, stop overthinking and make a decision based upon the values in which you set. And you are not confused, CEOs. You just don't have your filters in place. So today, we get your filters back on track. Stop the cycles of maybes, and replace it with the CEO clarity. Yes, it aligns with my purpose, and that purpose fits my reality. And that leadership, with leadership, that's the path to freedom. So I don't want you guys to forget to stay tuned next week as we will be welcoming back to the CEO Mastermind. Well, not next week. My apologies. Next week, in 2 weeks, we'll be welcoming Ebony back to the CEO Mastermind for the insurance segment. Guys, you guys got to get locked in right here. Every week we have a different topic, different co-hosts who are bringing a different message to allow us to find success. I want each of you guys to take away from today with the messages in which we bestow, because at the end of the day, success is one action away. Are you acting in your best interest? Are you moving forward towards your success? I want you to ask yourself that question as you create your value system, as you create your high level why, so you can move forward with discernment, quickly assessing situations. And until next week, right here on My Radio Chicago, I want you guys to stay focused on the best version of you and be up, out, and moving to the greatness we all know lies within who? You CEOs. See you next week right here on Wake Up CEO.